Before you try to fix your life, listen to this carefully. The reason nothing is falling into place is because your attention is everywhere except on yourself. You keep watching people who do not feed your future. You keep explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You keep reacting to noise, chasing approval, and calling it effort. But the day you become silent, the day you stop begging to be seen, the day you put all your energy back into your own mind, your own discipline, your own peace, everything begins to change. Not because the world suddenly becomes kind, but because you finally stop leaking your power. Here is the original 22,000 character speech draft. It keeps the speech itself without headings and avoids naming the inspiration figure. The moment you stop explaining yourself, people begin to hear your silence. And this is the part most people never understand. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not fear. Silence is not the place where you hide because the world became too loud. Silence is the place where you return when you finally remember your power. You have spent too many days trying to convince people that you are growing. You have wasted too much energy proving that you are serious, proving that you are different now, proving that your heart is clean, proving that your dream is real. But listen carefully. The seed does not argue with the soil. The mountain does not explain its height. The river does not beg anyone to believe it is moving. It simply moves. And because it moves every day, quietly, patiently, without needing applause, one day it cuts through stone. This is what happens when you focus on yourself and stay silent. Life stops being a battlefield for attention and becomes a training ground for mastery. You no longer wake up asking, "Who is watching me?" You wake up asking, "Am I watching myself?" You no longer measure your value by the noise around your name. You measure your value by the discipline inside your day. And the strange thing is, when you stop chasing everything outside you begins to rearrange itself. But most people cannot do this. They are addicted to being seen before they are ready. They want the fruit before the roots are deep. They want the respect before the routine is strong. They want the victory before the private work has shaped their character. So, they speak too early. They announce too much. They expose their plans to people who have no right to touch them. Then, when doubt, jealousy, criticism, and distraction enter, they act surprised. You open the door. Not every dream needs an audience. Not every wound needs a witness. Not every plan needs an announcement. Some things must be protected in silence until they are strong enough to stand in the wind. When you are building yourself, you must understand something very serious. Your attention is your life. Wherever your attention goes, your life begins to follow. If your attention is on other people's opinions, your life becomes their property. If your attention is on comparison, your peace becomes a hostage. If your attention is on old pain, your future keeps kneeling to your past. But when your attention returns to your breath, your body, your habits, your mind, your choices, your work, suddenly you are no longer scattered. You become collected. And a collected person is dangerous, not because they want to harm anyone, but because they are no longer easy to control. People can control the distracted. They can disturb the reactive. They can manipulate the hungry ego. But a silent person who is focused inward is difficult to move. Praise does not intoxicate them. Insults do not destroy them. Delay does not break them. Rejection does not define them. They have stopped living as a leaf in the wind. They have become the tree. You may think silence means doing nothing. That is a childish understanding. Real silence is full of work. It is the silence of waking up when your body wants to remain weak. It is the silence of training when no one is recording. It is the silence of studying when no one claps. It is the silence of healing when no one apologizes. It is the silence of choosing peace when your anger is begging for a performance. It is the silence of walking away when your pride wants one more argument. This is why silence is so powerful. It removes the decoration and reveals the structure. When you stop talking, you discover what you are truly made of. When you stop posting every emotion, you discover whether you can actually sit with it. When you stop complaining about distractions, you discover whether you are willing to remove them. When you stop blaming people for stealing your peace, you discover how often you handed it to them.